Hi everyone. Today we are going to discuss the constructor part, where we will be calling the constructor from the child class. We'll be making a parent class first of all, and here I will be defining the constructor, and we'll be making a child class. Then we will be calling that constructor with the help of super keyword and initializing with the main class, or what we say, the main function, right? So let's go. So first of all, what I am going to do is I'm going to make a package here. So I'm just naming it this package as constructor. You can name it as anything. Done. So I'm just making it finish. So here I'm having this package. So why we used to make the package, I'll let you know in the further videos. But for now, just make the package and then make a class here. I'll be making three classes. First one is the parent class, naming it directly as the parent class, and just finish. Now another is the child class that I'll be making. So this is the child class. Finish. Then another one is the constructor. Directly I'll be making a constructor class. Why? Because in this constructor class I'll be making a main function, right? So let's make a constructor class. Okay, fine enough. So we have these three classes, the parent, child and constructor. I'll be making the template in the parent first of all. For an example, there is a parent in which I will be defining few functionalities. Oh, okay. So I'll be making it as a string, suppose name, then int id. Now I'll be going to define the constructor for the parent class. Parent, for defining the constructor, you can write it down as public, or it's not mandatory to write always public. You can directly define it with the help of the class name, right? So I'll be making it public here. It's not mandatory to write. It's parent. You have to write here, and this is how you need to define, as you used to define the function. You need to define your constructor as well. So I'll be defining here. Uh, First one is string name. Whatever the parameters it will be taking, I need to define it here. Int id, right? So let's go ahead, and here I'll be using this keyword. Why? Because from this only I'll be assigning the values to these, name and id. Okay, so I'll be defining it here as this dot name equals to name. Okay, then this dot id equals to id. Sufficient. So this is the work that I have done in the parent class. Now what I am going to do is I'll be initializing their values from the main constructor, but the super keyword we will be using in the child class. So let's go ahead in the child here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to directly make a constructor here as well, so that I can use super keyword here as well. So what I'm going to do is I'll be defining public child, and here you need to give two parameters, as I have already given in the parent. These two parameters I have given. Similarly, you can give two parameters over here. So I'll be giving a string s, comma, integer type, and you can give, right? Then moving ahead, what you can do is you can use the super keyword directly. Inside it you can assign the values directly, but I'm not assigning the values here. I'm just leaving it as on default and moving ahead with the constructor. So in the constructor, what I'm going to do is I'm going to define a main function. So let's define the main function. It would be public static void main, right? And inside it I'll be writing string args arguments, and then start the braces. Wait, yes. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to, first of all, what I need to do, I need to extend the parent class into the child, so that I have used a super keyword. So I'll be extending it as here, extends parent. Fine enough. Now it is giving me an error. Why? Because I need to define some values here. So I'll be giving here s and n. correct? So these values would be going in the parent class here, right? Directly this would be going to here, and directly they will be assigned to these values, whatever I have defined here, okay, whatever I have made here. Now in the constructor class, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the object of the child class. So how we have to make the object? So for making the object, first of all we need to use that particular class name. Then whatever the object we are going to do, I'm naming it as C. Then new keyword we should use and initialize the constructor. The constructor name is here child, right? Now it is throwing an error again. So what you need to do is you need to give it here. Suppose I'm giving it a comma b, right? Now it is again giving an error. Now what are the values of a and b I'll be going to pass from this so that it would be assigned to the parent directly. So what I'm going to do here is I'm giving the values to the constructor class, it is going to the child class, and it is assigned directly to the parent class. So this is the hierarchy we are following right now. So I'm going to give it as string a equals to Puneet assist, right? Semicolon I need to use. So now after that integer I have to take the ID as well. So for ID I'm giving it integer b equals to, suppose the ID is 2321932. You can take any values, 2321. I'm giving this, it's sufficient. Now here I need to use semicolon. Now you can see here it is not giving me any error now. One more thing, what I'm going to do is it is giving me this error C, remove C and all assignments, remove C, keep assignment with side effects. It's the warning which is giving. Now what I need to do is I've already defined the object for it. Now I'm going to call directly C dot. Let us suppose I'm going to print here system dot out dot print ln, and what are the values I'm going to print over here is C C. Oh, I don't know what is the problem. Println. Println. And now I'm going to assign the value C dot. What are the values I'm going to take from the C? C I am having this string S and N. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to print here the values of S and N directly, okay? Or I have extended the parent class directly. I can do C dot name, correct? And another one is similarly system dot out dot println. I'll be giving it here C dot ID, right? Done. So this is what I'm going to do. I hope it's clear to you. It is giving me an error here. Why create field name in the parent parent name? I have to just fix it. Public name, string name, parent. I have already defined it. So what I'm going to do here is I need to make them public. So to make them public, because I'm going to use it in another class, so I need to make them public. It's on default by default, but I need to make them public. Now here I have made them public. Duplicate field parent dot name. So I need to remove this one. I need to give it public string name. Done. Moving to the constructor, it is again giving me an error. Cannot be resolved or not the field. So what's the problem here? Need to resolve it. So what I have done here is in the parent class I have defined string name int id. Let's try to remove it. This dot, correct. In the child class I have defined these parameters int I string n C dot name. The constructor I have defined beneath process and 321 C dot name Let's try to remove it and run it first of all. Okay, it is not giving me any output here, but in the parent class it will give. So I'll be assigning system out and then done. Let's run this code, and here you can see the value is coming unique process that I have assigned in the constructor class, right? So I'm getting the values from this main class to the parent class, right? So how I have done it, I have made a parent class using the constructor. Then again in the child class I have used the super keyword to invoke the parent, and then again in the constructor main class I have just, what I have done is I have assigned the values using the child class. So this is the small tutorial for you guys. I hope you will like it. Thank you so much.